Okay, before I begin, I just want to start off by saying that I cannot stress enough how much I used to struggle with this. Jealousy is something that's kind of followed me, but not in the sense of like, oh, I see something and I'm like, oh, I hate that bitch, I want that. No. More in the sense of like, I have an issue with comparing myself, especially to people that have taken stuff from me or people that have won or done this or that. Maybe more in a competitive way. Let's wrap it up. For example, there was this one girl that I got cheated on with not too long ago. She is so gorgeous. Everybody likes her. She's this pretty white girl, most gorgeous, like green bluish eyes ever. She does a bunch of stuff. She has hobbies, and at the time I was kind of just like some loser, like, oh, like this stupid girl with her no life and her chudness. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just kind of thought of myself as a loser. And honestly, I still catch myself comparing myself to her from time to time, because before all that happened, I used to think that she was super sweet. I used to look at her and I used to be like, wow, like she's literally Pinkie Pie. Like, she's gorgeous and everybody likes her and she has so many friends. So when I got cheated on and when she knew about it, I was kind of in shock. Because why me? Like, oh, what did I do? Like, this and that. Like, just blame myself a lot. And then it spiraled from sadness to anger to jealousy. Like, not in the sense of like, oh, why is she with him? Like, I wasn't really upset about him. I was more upset that she was so perfect in my eyes. Like, she had everything that I wanted. She's, again, like, she has hobbies, she has so many friends, everybody likes her. And at the time, I really craved that validation of having a bunch of friends and doing this and that. And then, I got my boyfriend stolen, and I also got replaced by such a sweeter girl. And I remember at some point, I was talking to my friend, and I was like, what does she have that I don't? Knowing damn well all she has. And my friend was like, oh, she's kind. And that was so freaking humbling. It's not even funny. Honestly, if I kind of spaced out and I was like, if she's so kind, then what did I do to deserve that? It kind of sucks. I still think about it sometimes, but not really to the magnitude that I used to before. Nonetheless, it took me a while to get over those feelings because I was ashamed. I thought, oh, why do I care so much? I'm such a freaking fan. Oh, I hate on her, but then I do this. Like, and to be fair, I did have some pretty valid points. If I'm such a hater, then why am I jealous? But I've honestly kind of stopped beating myself up over it, because at the end of the day, it was not my fault that I got cheated on. And something that my friend told me that made a lot of sense to me is that I do not know what's going on in her life. I don't know what's going on in her life. Over time, that kind of parasocial relationship that I got started falling down, because I started hearing things about her and I started kind of breaking out of that, because I don't know what's going on in her life. For all I know, her life could be 10 times worse. And I've heard stuff about her, so honestly, it might be 10 times worse. All that stuff. And I started thinking to myself, like, oh, if she could go that low to go with a guy, to have a girlfriend, then who says that, like, I'm the problem? Like, maybe she's suffered through some stuff, maybe she's done this and that. And honestly, that made me realize, like, nobody's life is perfect. She might have a lot of friends, she might do this and that, but her life is not perfect, and neither is mine, and that's okay. I'm not saying her life is better than, I'm not saying my life is better than hers. That's not why I feel better. I feel better because I'm okay with those feelings now, and I've accepted it in a way. But of course, it still hurts a little bit from time to time. And that's okay. You're not supposed to tell yourself, like, oh, you're fucked up for thinking this, like, oh, you're so jealous, you're crazy, bitch. Like, you're not supposed to be thinking those things. You're supposed to be thinking, hey, I feel this way, it's okay, but her life is not perfect, and my life is all I need. I might not have a lot of friends. I did not have that many hobbies back then. I've developed hobbies now. I've found out who I am, and I'm glad, and I'm grateful for that. But I should not have been comparing myself to her at all over a guy, I really believe that parasocial relationships like this can really, like, tear down your mental health. This happens to a lot of young girls with Instagram models, like, all that stuff. It happens more often than you think. But yeah, that's my story. Hope this helps somebody. Bye. Just learn to not suppress your emotions, please. That's, like, the worst thing you can do.